Celebrities are people too, and even though they might play beloved characters in hit movies, oftentimes actors and others in the entertainment industry are nothing like their public personas. A cheating scandal is small potatoes when you consider what some other celebrities have done. We decided to take a walk down misdemeanor lane and look at some of the world's biggest celebrities and their criminal history. While this list might not put a smile on your face, at least you can rest easy that you're doing life better than the rich and famous. Even better, you can rest assured you're not putting money in the pockets of domestic abusers and convicted rapists. Here's our list of celebrities who happen to be convicted criminals. Number 1. Mel Gibson. Actor Mel Gibson took a plea deal to avoid charges of battery in 2011. After he admitted to slapping his ex-wife Oksana Grigorieva. The actor said, "I slapped Oksana one time with an open hand in an attempt to bring her back to reality." In 2014, he returned to court and had his no contest plea expunged from his record. Additionally, this celebrity dirtbag also has been pulled over and charged with multiple DUIs. On one of the occasions, he made sexist and anti-Semitic remarks to the arresting officers, which made some news. Number 2. Johnny Depp. The allegations levied against Johnny Depp by his ex-wife, Amber Heard, are pretty damning. In divorce filings, Heard accused Depp of being verbally and physically abusive throughout their marriage, detailing an incident where he viciously hit her across the face with a cell phone. Shortly after, Heard was granted a restraining order and exclusive use of their previously shared apartment. Number 3. Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg's history of violence is something that's often been shuffled off to the side. In a telling Defamer article titled "Remember When Mark Wahlberg Was a Violent Racist Bully," it details everything from an incident where Wahlberg yelled racial slurs and threw rocks at schoolchildren, to one where he split a man's head open with a stick, calling him a Vietnam. After fleeing the scene of that crime, he found a second Vietnamese man who he punched in the eye and permanently blinded. At just 16 years old at the time, Wahlberg was sentenced to 90 days in prison, going on to serve 45 of them before he was released. Number 4. O.J. Simpson. Perhaps the most high-profile criminal on our list, O.J. Simpson was acquitted of the murder of his wife, Nicole Brown, in the mid-90s. He was found guilty in a civil proceeding soon after though, where he was found liable for the wrongful death of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman, and ordered to pay their families $33.5 million in damages. Things didn't get much better from there for Simpson, who was convicted in 2008 of 12 counts of armed robbery and kidnapping. After holding a pair of sports memorabilia dealers at gunpoint in a Las Vegas hotel, he was sentenced to 33 years in prison, but he's eligible for parole starting in 2017. Number 5. T.I. Anytime there's an article floating around that lists off a number of your worst crimes, you know you're probably doing something wrong. Enter T.I., who currently the subject of a similar article over a prefix. The list includes a 1997 charge of manufacturing and distributing crack cocaine, battery of a law enforcement officer in 2003, violating his probation that same year, purchase and possession of automatic weapons in 2007, and possession of controlled substances in 2010. Number 6. Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby's alleged crimes have been well documented over the last couple of years. Currently, Cosby is embroiled in litigation, numbering upward of 8 civil suits, as well as a criminal sexual assault case. The charges stem from dozens of women who stepped forward to accuse him of various counts of sexual abuse, assaults, and rape. And given the sheer numbers stacked against him, it's hard not to believe him. Number 7. Chris Brown. Chris Brown has struggled to stay out of trouble throughout his career, In 2009, he got into a physical altercation with his then-girlfriend Rihanna, leaving her battered, bruised, and subsequently hospitalized. After Robin Roberts questioned him about the incident in 2011 episode of Good Morning America, Brown threw a chair through his dressing room window in a fit of rage, before leaving the building shirtless. From there, it's a laundry list of physical fights involving other rappers, battery charges, various violations of probation, and a stint in jail stemming from him leaving a court-ordered treatment program too early. Number 8. Lil Wayne. Rolling Stone has a handy timeline full of Lil Wayne's various criminal transgressions, so we'll just highlight the most prominent one. After his first headlining show in 2007, the rapper was arrested and charged with 1 count of criminal weapons possession and 1 charge of criminal possession of a loaded weapon. After a series of delays and following a guilty plea from Lil Wayne, he began his year-long stint in prison in 2010. Number 9. Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr.'s image has recovered in the years since his most recent crimes, but it wasn't always sunshine and roses for Marvel's highest-paid actor. After being introduced to drugs at the age of 8 by his father, he developed a full-fledged addiction as he headed into his 20s. A series of visits to rehab and a year-long jail sentence later, he managed to get his life back on track. Number 10. Mike Tyson. In 1992, a jury found famous heavyweight boxer Mike Tyson guilty of raping Miss Black America contestant Desiree Washington. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison, but the judge suspended the last 4 years, and Tyson ended up serving 3 years in an Indiana jail. Number 11. Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman. 2 wealthy TV stars who appear to have no confidence in their children were caught in the largest college admission cheating scandal in US history. Actresses Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin were among dozens of parents accused of coughing up thousands of dollars in bribes to ensure their children would get into prestigious universities. Huffman, known for her role as Lynette Scavo on the ABC series Desperate Housewives, ended up spending a measly 11 days in jail after admitting to paying $15,000 to have her daughter's SAT scores rigged. Loughlin, who paid Aunt Becky on the ABC sitcom Full House, faces money laundering, bribery, and fraud charges. She and her fashion designer husband, Mossimo Giannulli, are accused of paying a whopping $500,000 to get their 2 daughters admitted to the University of Southern California as fake rowing recruits. Number 12. R. Kelly. R. Kelly, the once beloved I Believe I Can Fly singer, ended 2019 behind bars after a Lifetime documentary about his long history of repugnant sex assault allegations sparked a litany of charges against him. Your first arrest came in February when Chicago police accused him of sexually abusing 4 victims as young as 13. Federal prosecutors in New York later charged him with paying off his victims' families to cover up years of sexual abuse. Authorities say that disgraced R&B superstar also intimidated his victims and demanded they call him Daddy. Number 13. 50 Cent. When he was 19, rapper 50 Cent, whose real name is Curtis Jackson, was arrested for selling drugs to an undercover police officer. He was sentenced to 3 to 9 years in jail, but was instead allowed to attend a boot camp and earn his GED. Which of these celebrities did you find most shocking? Was your favorite celebrity found on the list? Let us know using the comments. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. See you next time!